Hello, welcome to our assembly for Monday. This week in school, we're going to be thinking about Heartsmart, and at some point during the week, you will have your Heartsmart lessons in class, and we're going to see if we can remind ourselves of the Heartsmart things that we were talking about last year when you were doing this Heartsmart work in school. And we've got somebody who can remind us now. I wonder if you could talk in your class and see if you can remember what you learned about Heartsmart last year when you were in your old class. And there's somebody who we know can help us with this. Let's make sure I've got the right tab. There we go. We've got Boris the robot. Put your hand up if you remember Boris the robot from your Heartsmart lessons last year. Right. So we know that Heartsmart is about being smart with our heart, and the life of our heart and what we do with our heart affects everything that we do. So through Heartsmart, we're thinking about how we can get the best out of our lives by thinking about our hearts, and we're going to have fun. We've got Boris the robot who's going to help us on the journey because he's also learning what it means to be Heartsmart. So we had the Heartsmart high five. Can anybody remember what the Heartsmart high five is? This is going to be a bit of a challenge. So let's see. To get Heartsmart, we've got the high five helping us to learn how to make good decisions with our hearts and to help our hearts and others. So if you think about a bookshelf with 5 books on it, each one of the high five is like a book, but the shelf holding them all together is Heartsmart. And today we're going to think about how the choices we make help us to get Heartsmart. So I'm going to show you some pictures, and after each one, you're going to have a think about the question. I wonder what will happen if. Okay, so here we go with picture number 1. If it will scroll. Nope. So where are we? I've gone too far on my slides. Too far. I wonder what will happen if. Here is the first picture. There we go. We got sorted in the end. I wonder what will happen if I leave my ice cream out in the sun. See if you can tell other people what will happen if you leave your ice cream out in the sun. That's right. So pause your video. You can have a talk about it. And I think everybody will know it's going to melt and it's going to get sticky and messy and it's going to be a waste of ice cream. Okay, next one. What will happen if I shake my can of pop really, really hard before I open it? Put your hand up, tell your teacher. Yeah, that's right. It's going to go everywhere. And again, it's going to make a bit of a sticky mess. Okay. Next one, a bit of a silly one, this one. What will happen if I walk to school wearing flip-flops? Can you imagine walking to school with your flip-flops on? Okay, put your hands up, don't shout it out. What's going to happen? That's right, freezing cold feet, cold toes, and then you'd be all cross and grumpy and upset, and it would all be horrible. Right. Let's have a look at the next one. Come on, computer. There we go. Wow. Doesn't that look amazing? That looks like such a lovely chocolate cake. So I wonder what will happen if, actually, this is for me, I leave a chocolate cake on the table in the staff room, and there's a sign saying, "This is for my friend, not for the teachers." Do you think all the teachers would leave it alone if I just left it there to keep it till I gave it to my friend later on? Do you think all teachers would leave it alone, or do you think they might miss the message and not see the message and just take a slice of cake anyway? Do you think somebody might actually ignore the message and say, "I'm going to have some anyway"? Have a think. What do you think it might be? I wonder. Do you think it might be your teacher that takes a piece? Or do you think your teacher, who's watching this with you, might look at the cake and go, no, that's Mr. Boots' friend, not for me? Now, sometimes it's really obvious what's going to happen, and sometimes we have to think about it a bit more. And the same is true of the choices we make. Sometimes we make a choice and we know what will happen, and sometimes we need to think a bit more about what the effect will be for other people. So have a think about books you might have read or films you might have seen. I wonder if anybody knows the story of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. So as the children walked around this chocolate factory where Willy Wonka was making these amazing chocolates and sweets and things, they had a choice to make. Were they going to listen to Willy Wonka and do as he says, or would they help themselves to the delicious chocolates and the sweets surrounding them? Can you remember? I wonder if anybody's read the book. Put your hand up if you've read the book. Put your hand up if you've seen the film. Right, so you might know the story. You might know what happened. So here are lots and lots of sweets. Whoops, a bit too far. Right, where are we? It's not going quite so well because I'm using a different computer to record this today. Here we go. Everybody point out which one you would like to eat if you were going to eat a sweet. Mr. Babington won't be happy because there aren't any Maltesers there, so he can't have any. I think I would be going for that red kind of chewy thing. Right. So all of the children, except for one, gave in to temptation and chose to help themselves to the sweets. And the consequences were terrible. Augustus Gloop fell in the chocolate river and got stuck in a pipe. Violet Beauregard turned purple and blew up like a balloon. Veruca was taken down the rubbish chute by giant squirrels, and Mike TV was shrunk down until he could only fit in his mother's hand. Charlie was the only child who repeatedly chose to do as Willy Wonka said, and the consequences of his choices led to him being given the whole factory. So, let's have a think. What are the choices here? And what are the consequences? Because we talked to begin with about some really, really obvious things. So let's talk about some less obvious things. Okay. What about Mr. Boots scrolling properly on the computer? Here we go. What about this one? So we've got some children here laughing at another child. So what are the choices? What are the choices that are being made? So think about the children who are laughing and the choice that they're making. Think about the boy carrying the book and the choices that they have. And what are the consequences? What will happen? Okay, have a talk about it in class. See what you think. Now, the children who are laughing have got a choice about whether or not to be kind. And we know in school we should be kind to other people, that it's not nice to laugh at other people for whatever reason. And they've started to laugh at this other person. So they've not made the best choice. So the consequence is he's going to feel bad. And now he's got a choice. He feels bad. He feels hurt. He feels upset. So his choice is, do I walk away? Do I tell a grown-up how I feel, or a friend? Or do I go and shout and argue with the people who are laughing? Which one do you think is right? Do I walk away, tell a friend or a grown-up, or shout and argue with the people who are laughing? Well, you can do that one first, that first one, to walk away, and then tell a grown-up. But that telling a grown-up, telling a friend, is the most important thing, because talking about something is really, really important. It helps you, but also a grown-up can help the situation, not having a go at the people who were there. Right, let's have a look at this next one. So in this slide, we've got a homeless person. And we don't know what's got to the stage, why this person's got to the stage in their lives where they have no home and they're having to ask for money. And what can we do? What can you do? Now, hopefully you would be with a grown-up at this point. So your adult could, the adult that you're with, could make a choice with you about giving them some money. It might be that you don't want to give them some money because we don't know how that money is going to be used. So one way of helping people who are in real need is by thinking about giving to charity. It might be that you give to the food bank each week when you do your shopping. Lots of different ways to help out different people. Okay. Or we could make a choice to walk on by and not help out. So if you walk on by and you don't help out, then have a think about how that person's going to feel. Have a think about how hungry that person might be. Okay. Next picture. Okay. We've got friends watching a scary film. So what are the choices? And what are the consequences? Have a think about it as a class. Talk about it. Okay. So there's a choice to watch the film, a choice to turn it off, and the consequence might be you feel pressure. You might feel pressured to watch it because your friends are doing it, but you might be scared, might have bad dreams. And actually the choice is you can say, no thanks, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be pressured into doing something else that I don't like. So you've got that choice and you've got an action that you can take. Okay. We've got the power on button, and it helps us to think about ourselves and other people when we're making choices. It helps us think, is this choice good for me? And is this choice good for others? And it's the power on button because when we think about both of those things, the choice we make is a powerful one, whether we're thinking about ourselves and others. Now, often, choices look like they're good for other people, like offering to help somebody in need. They're good for us too, because it strengthens our hearts and helps us to feel good about ourselves. So, we thought about getting Heartsmart. And I want you to have a think about two things. So think about, first of all, one thing you've heard today that you're going to remember. What are you going to take away from this assembly about making choices? Okay? And have another think about the choices that you can make today that think about yourselves and others, or actually putting other people first, and how that might help yourself. Okay? So have a talk now as a class. Have a think about what you can do that helps other people. Okay? And think about how you might feel if you do that. Because that is all about how we are Heartsmart. Okay? So I've talked to you guys in the assembly today, and I have felt good because I've thought about you and I've helped you to think about something positive. So that's made me feel good. Okay, so think about what you can do today, and I will see you around school. Bye-bye.